Hello and welcome to day one of 5 minutes for 4 weeks, playing Lay It on the Line. Day one, I'm beginning a new piece. 5 minutes for 4 weeks is a series in which I live stream myself practicing a piece for 5 minutes a day for 6 days a week, Sunday through Friday, for 4 weeks, culminating in 24 sessions, each 5 minutes, totaling 2 hours of total practice time, including the performance to show what is possible with, albeit short, consistent practice and hopefully inspire the viewer to pursue similar activities perhaps thought of previously as daunting. Um, the piece I have chosen, Lay It on the Line, is actually, I just checked. I was not familiar with it being performed by anyone but the band. I had thought, but I'm just looking on Wikipedia. I got the Wailing Souls did a 1986. It's an album. It's a song by 1957 by Johnny Bond, all the way up to 2011 by Nick Pride. You got Pat Rakes, Jimmy Hughes, Teddy Hill. So it's a fairly common name for a piece, but the one that the piece that I'm planning on performing is by the band Triumph. It's a Canadian band, and the piece actually, it was released on the album Just a Game, which was 1979. So this is actually one of the older pieces I'm doing. I usually do 80s. As far as I'm concerned, 79 is, still part of the same genre. I have this. It's not. This is not Just the Game, but this is another album of theirs. This is classic, so it's a compilation album, which has Lay It on the Line on there. And the piece allegedly was written 2 years prior to being recorded, so 1977 it would be. And the piece, I was just reading some trivia. Although it seems to be about a specific person saying "lay it on the line," it's more of a general idea about just dealing with people in general who are not, being straightforward with you. So that's the idea with that piece. Reason I chose it, two reasons. I like the piece. Three reasons I like the piece. Two, it's kind of nostalgic. When I first moved to Israel, I was living in a area of Jerusalem called Bayit Vegan for maybe 6 weeks or so, and that's when I first heard the piece. It was just kind of like when I hear that piece, it kind of takes me back there. So it's nostalgic in that regard. If you're going to check out a video, I recommend checking out the live version. Just the crowd reaction is really really adds a lot to the piece. When I was listening to it on the studio version, I'm like, wait, why isn't the crowd cheering at that moment? So it's I just kind of got used to that. Reason number three I chose it is that I was looking at the tab, looking at the sheet music and the tab. Actually, the sheet music, really. I wasn't looking at the tab. It's straightforward. It's one note at a time. It's not like more than words. My last piece, which was complicated and enjoyable still, but it's nice to be able to get through a sizable amount of the piece. So hopefully this song, I plan on being able to do that. It's a bunch of eighth notes, I believe, one after the other, somewhat repetitive, and I believe it's two measures that repeat over and over for a while. So if I'm able to learn those two measures, I should be able to play a large part of the piece. So that is the goal. It's in this book, Guitar Tab White Pages. This is the third volume. The last piece I did was in the second, More Than Words was in the second volume. This one's, it's kind of, well worn, if you want to call it that. So I got it for a better price. I don't mind. And it also, because of that, it stays open more easily. So the piece is here on page 643. A lot of nice pieces in this book. We got Hurt So Good by John Mellencamp, Are You Gonna Be My Girl by Jet, Back in Black, AC/DC, Blaze of Glory, Bon Jovi, Boys Are Back in Town, Thin Lizzy, Carry On Wayward Son, Kansas, Cherry Pie by Warrant, Heaven by Los Lonely Boys, Gypsy Road by Cinderella. I'm just looking at some ones that really stand out to me. Jeremy by Pearl Jam. That's a deep song. I was like, oh, Lay It on the Line. I'm like, oh wait, that's the song I'm doing. Magic Man by Heart. No More Mr. Nice Guy, Alice Cooper. Photograph, Def Leppard, Zombie by the Cranberries, White Rabbit by Jefferson Airplane. So this is just Talk Dirty to Me by Poison. And I'm just mentioning the songs that I like. I mean, the White Rabbit, that's an older piece. There's even older stuff I don't even know. So these white pages are really good. Buying them new, I think they're like $30. Get them used, you get an even cheaper price, and you get tons of songs. So I really recommend them. As with the last piece, I want to try reading off the sheet music that has the sheet music and the tab. I was able to do it for the last piece. I thought I'd be distracted by the tab, but I wasn't. I want to look, try 16th notes, not 8th notes. Makes it a little trickier, but it's okay. It is a slow enough piece. It should be okay. I'm kind of looking at the sheet music, and then once I learned that, if I need a reminder, rather than having to try to remember, okay, where's that note again on the guitar? Once I already learned it, I might use the tab for reference. I was hesitant to buy tab for that reason in the beginning. I thought I'd be using it instead of the sheet music, but I'm not. It's actually helpful for me in this regard. I was just looking at the sheet music before I began. I wasn't like figuring out any notes. I was just trying to determine if the piece would be playable or not, and it is. It begins on a 12-string electric. This is not electric. This is not 12-string. It's acoustic electric, so I could plug it in. But I plan on playing it on a 6-string. Doesn't sound 100% the same, but it's fine. So it's only 4 chords, and it has the chord symbol. It's only 4 chords apparently. All right. Hi Dad, thank you for joining, and let's get the timer. Oh, it's talking for 6 minutes. We haven't even started yet. All right. Day 1's usually long and slow. Get through a little bit, and then things speed up. Usually second, third week. Also, these are my friend made these. It's the little plug for Sarah Klein, who does jewelry work and stuff. All right, timer is rolling. Cool. So, okay, nice. So it's no sharps or flat. So it could be in C major. The first note is an A. A, E, B, and A, E, B. That's A, E, B? Yeah, A, E, B, G. I'm trying to figure out if it's an A minor, A, D, or C major. The line, that's the line. It's a B. No, it's an A. Okay. A minor it is. That's the scale. The first note is an A. It's saying play it open here. I'm playing it here. Whatever. A, E, B, G. Yeah. It's not that E. It's the one that's higher, which would be so. I haven't played minor in a while. A, B, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. I need the E. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D. E's here. So it's the same. Right? I'm just checking what they have written. 0th fret. Yeah, they're just playing things open. Okay, whatever. And then we got the B, which would be B. That's the E, A, B. So it's like this. Then a G. What are they saying? They're saying play that. Everything's open. That makes sense actually. And then the G, which is right beneath that. A, E, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. G's here, so it's this. Doesn't sound right. But no, they're saying 5th fret. That's exactly how I'm playing it. It sounds weird. I'm going to play it open like they recommend. I'm just curious. It's 0, 0. This is exactly how I'm playing it, so I'm not sure. Do, 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 do. And then from there, okay. I'm just curious quickly. No, I gotta listen to the piece again. It just sounds a little weird at this point. I think I'm playing it at the half speed. It is a little faster than that. Okay, so I got through 4/16 notes. So I'm a quarter of the first measure, and I want to try playing it along with the second quarter of the first measure, the next 4/16 notes, tomorrow hopefully. I think that what I was expecting to hear is the first eight notes, not the first 4. So hopefully tomorrow should sound a little bit more similar to how it's supposed to sound. But anyway, yeah, no, that was good progress for one day. I got through 4 notes. Just got to remember that I have the tab written down if I want to reference it. I'm not sure which position I'm going to be using or not. Either is fine, I'm assuming. Anyway, thank you all for joining. This was a long session. A lot of background about the piece, which is cool. The next few days should not be this long. Tomorrow, I think it's gonna be regular time tomorrow. I can email an earlier link if I do it earlier, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be regular time. Anyway, thank you all so much for joining. Hope to see you all again tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow, regular time, and the rest of the week, almost every day. The schedule is 7:40 a.m. Eastern time, Sunday through Friday. Thursday, I plan on doing it earlier. I think that might be the only day though. So thank you, and until next time and beyond, keep practicing.